the upper advantage, I feel, in this one. They've got a lot of great players on that side versus the CTs in this particular case on the CT side, who have a couple of unproven guys. Mr. Hui was part of Stifmeister before they kicked him. Trials has been known, but I don't think he's really ever proven himself on a big LAN environment like against big names. And Whisk, I'm not 100% familiar with myself. I know him, but I don't know his particular playing preference. But we'll see how they'll deal with the Stifmeister T side as the pistol round is going to get started very quickly into the B site. Will go, and Mr. Hui is going to be the first casualty of the game right here. The decider map already going in the favour of Stifmeister Gaming. Sheik is going to fall forward his lurk for Mastro, Hookman, and Sinker. 5 versus 3 immediately for the T side. It's already not looking good here for Enclave.
Yeah, that was a really weird CT setup on the pistol. A nice shot there by Whisk as he tries to go for the retake, but as I was saying, that was a really weird CT setup there. I mean, you had one on B and they just went for a fast rush and it immediately shut it down. Trials does get one more before his teammates go down, and he'll get absolutely ruined there by, I believe that is Megadongs.
Yeah, not a good start from the CT side. You know, I was saying have a lot to worry about, and you know, just the start right there is Mr. Hui having to deal with a 1 versus 5 essentially. Not the best of ways to kickstart this series, but you know, plenty of opportunities, plenty of ways that this could all change, but we'll find out whether they will change over the next couple of rounds. Of course, they have got the conversion rounds to go. 2 MAC-10s in play from the Stifmeister side, but 2 AKs and a Galil, so they are going rifle heavy into this round. CT side, of course, going in with their force by the 3 CZ, Deagle, and a Scout for Shaney. Then well with the AWP back at 61. Again, I'll be looking to see if he can put some good work in this one, but for now, he's just held back towards A side, trying to catch off anyone that makes their way in through T ramp. And Stifmeister have mid control, so they've got options. It could be a split, it could just be a straight up rush to B or A through connector or short. There's lots of options to work with now that the CT side haven't really challenged them here in this mid position. Yeah,
I mean, I think it was just Shaky in mid. Initially tried to sort of see if he could get a deagle shot off, but as soon as he missed that, he has to fall back. And this is just good from Stifmeister. They know that they can take these long-range fights now that they have 3 rifles out. They've got the 2 MAC-10s, probably just send those first in. But it looks like Enclave have learnt from their mistake. They've actually got 3 on the B side. Trials does manage to get 1 before he goes down, and that's good. Wish just needs to get 1 as well. He's doing work with that deagle, probably going to die though. Mr. Huey, he gets 1 before he goes down, and Whisk a nice deagle shot there as well. 2 versus 2. Shaky just runs out though, and that leaves Shaney in the 1 versus 2. Has the Scout, no way for him to get back into it, and Stiff CEX take the second round.
Yeah, Enclave not really putting as much into that round as they could. I would like to see Shaney do more with the Scout. Unfortunately, wasn't able to line up his shots. No one really went to the A site, and Stifmeister, of course, just charged their way in and got all the frags they need. We're still held up a bit of a fight with that deagle, and the pistols overall did very, very well, so I want to see a little bit more of that pistol play, and the force buy could get a little bit dangerous from Enclave, but for now, it is going to be the full eco out for these guys. No investment whatsoever, just USPs, no armor, no utility, no upgrades across the board here for the CT, so as they do attempt to try and stack up the A site, realizing no one, well, they haven't got any information that anyone's there, they're going to go quickly back into mid. I believe the T side may be able to cover this off, but the bomb is in a bit of an awkward position actually. If they could catch themselves, they could crossfire it down. They could actually do a little bit of damage against this round right here. Yeah, the USPs will do their damage and Shaney will take him down, but Luzza has hit with a MAC-10 and lots of money in the bank for him. $1,800 total for 3, and Charles is the last man left. 1v4 situation, back out towards ramp. I think they may have heard him in Palace, and I was just going to converge on his position, take that last frag, get a simple 3-0 start for Stiff.
Yeah, this trial is just, I think the AK was actually picked up by Luzza before he got, obviously after he got those 3 MAC-10 kills, and this should be an easy one for Dansky. Just picking up that, getting a little bit of money. He's not going to go for the knife. He is. You hate to see it. That is BM. Imagine he won like a 1 versus 4. Unlucky, he only had a USP, but hey, fair enough to Dansky. He's trying to get it up early. I saw a tweet from Shiki earlier on in the day that he was giving it a little bit on Twitter saying, you know, you guys always choke against me, so he needs to be very careful what he says. Shaney, got to be on the glass cannon as well. You prefer to have armor in the situation, but the AWP 1 shot, you don't always need it.
2 MAC-10s still in play also from Stifmeister as well, so money building, Astro and Dancy trying to get out as much value from those weapons as they can, really. Going straight in towards this apartment's default, trying to catch anyone off who may sneak up on them. But so far, no one from the CT side will aggress. They've only really got Mr. Hui here on the truck area, trying to see if he can see anyone, but again, no vision, no angles. He hasn't got the AWP, so he can't exactly take that small peak angle, that very tight angle on the T side. Stifmeister, as a result, will gain apartment's control, go rushing in, but the first frag will go to the favour of Shiki. His grenade damage also doing quite a number on Stifmeister's HP advantage, but it will be Megadongs coming right back with a simple spray, and Link catches off Shiki just at the edge of the smoke. But Whisker's got himself in a very good position. He takes down one, knows that Link's still here towards Truck. He doesn't know that man here towards Shaw, but Dancing may give away his position. A great grenade to tag Link very, very low indeed, and the AWP Shaney will cover him off, ensure that Link cannot take any advantage right here, even then. Very little opportunities right here. Flash in, Link's blind Whisk caught off by aim punch, but eventually Dancy's going to go forward into Shaney with Link going down as well. Trials will peek out and take down Lazar also from short to bring Enclave there first on the CT board.
Just fantastic teamwork on the retake going for their flashing Whisk into. They nearly gets taken down from short, but luckily they're there to cover him. And I mean, that's just a good round. Mr. Huey would have been great if he was able to get one before he goes down, but unfortunately, you know, sometimes you're not able to. He's just trying to spam to stop the bomb going down. Still, not much damage being done to them on that first go around, which means they only have to drop 2, but still will be a buyout for Stiff CX. They should be able to get through just fine.
Yeah, even then, you know, with the loss bonus not really building up over the past couple of rounds for the CT side, it's still pretty heavy investment, you know. It's still reset potential here for Stiff. If they can find this round, then they could turn the tables back once again. They're going to put early utility in through mid, but it doesn't deny the Enclave advantage. Shaney just taking a simple pop shot through. Mr. Hui fluffing his Molotov, or his incendiary. That's not a great start from the CT defensive of the B side. He's been relatively touch and go with this one. Not always able to hold down the first line of defense. I don't think he's got any kills. He's got one frag, but really it's the A side defensive that's starting to shine right here. Shaney and Trials pick up 2. Dancing just trade out Trials, and Shiki just runs straight in towards the midline. Not really checking it. It doesn't matter though, because the CTs on A have cleaned things up. 1 versus 3 for Megadongs, and should be locked out relatively easily with bomb control and CT favor.
Yeah, I mean, there's surely no way he's able to do this. Crossfire should be set up. Shaney's in CT. May try and peek into connector on the ticket booth, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's dropped off as he did not spot anyone. So it could work out here for Megadongs. He's actually just going to try and nade into CT, make his way into jungle. Does find the kill on Miss Hugh. He cannot be allowed these 1v1s. It is being put into a 1 versus 1 as he gets those 2 kills. He's got a Molotov as well. 45 health against the AWP. If Shaney misses this, that could be the round over. He spots the shadow though, and that's an easy frag for him.
Not quite as easy as it really initially looked, though. It was a shoulder peek, and just Shaney finding that 1 pixel that he needed to take him down, bring a second to Enclave. That could have been a very, very different set of circumstances entirely. But yeah, imagine to break out that triangle of death. Really was, I think probably the the main thing right there for the last man on that T side, you know, because that's quite a difficult position to sort of like shut down on A side. You know, you've got the 1 man towards connect the jungle, 1 on Palace, and 1 on CT stairs. I think the problem was that first engagement was a very easy one to take because he was held back in the jungle position, didn't really have presence on the site itself. And that's really what kind of makes the Triangle of Death, the amount of presence that you've got on a CT side like that. So the fact that he was able to force those 2 1v1s out, get those 2 frags was very, very good. Against the CT side, it keeps their economy low, and I mean very low. Like, this next round is going to be a reset for whoever loses it. And Stifmeister, you're already seeing that their economy state is taking its toll. UMP for Astro, but 4 AK still in play. Limited utility sets, they've used most of it already. 1 smoke to go for executions. But a few flashbangs to still win out some Angels. This is still doable here from the T side.
Yeah, Lazar just trying to make a little bit of noise in apps as it looks like 2 players have made their way into ladder room as well. 2 players in connected with the bomb. And it looks like 50 seconds on the clock. Where do they decide to go? They've actually made their way into jungle right now. Astro, he's got the rotates cut off if they do decide to go towards A. Bomb still in the top of connector. A little bit of utility left on both sides. Not much, not enough to go for a full execute. It's just going to be based on aim coming up soon.
30 seconds for this push. Ooh, oh no, Lazar. Mistake. I don't know why they were checking the gap of the smoke really. Mr. Hui's going to hear these footsteps. He's going to realise now. Can't get a good shot. No vision at all. But maybe he could lurk this one out. Maybe Stifmeister unexpected this. Dancy's expected Shikido, who once again just runs out in the open and gets taken clean out. Mr. Hui expected. Lazar's covering this off. Spots his pixel, takes his head off his shoulders and turns it to a 5 versus 3. Almost a 5 versus 2. But Shaney holds on to the York for a couple of seconds and takes down Dancy for it. Peeks back in on towards the site itself. Can't quite see Link. And Trials can't quite see Lazar. Back here from the short position. It's a man advantage for Stifmeister. Make it 2, make it 3, make it none for the CT side. Stifmeister and Link in particular just shuts down all of the aggressing CT players. It's going to be a 4th on the board for the T side. And finally the reset against Enclave.
I have no idea what Shiki's doing there. Mr. Q clearly called. He's not watching anything. Just be careful. Just wait for the retake. We have good positions to go for this. There's literally no need to just run out like that, and it's just unnecessary. And unfortunately, put his team in this situation. It is going to be the force buyers. Most of them were on the double eco. Makes sense to go into this. No point in just going for the eco and see what they can do. Still, the buy not great compared to obviously what Stiff CX have.
Yeah, Shaky. Got to question his decision-making skills sometimes. Great IGL, but he's very much like an Adam XOXO in that regard. You know, very, very aggressive. Likes to aggress that T side, and on a CT position like this, you know, you can already see it's coming out in the playstyle of these players. They're going to aggress T ramp. Try to see if they can get a pick or information. Can't quite see a whole lot in this case. They have just forced these guys away back towards the T spawn. Still, this crossfire could work up to the favour of the bomb. Whisk and Trials are looking like they want to repeat this again. Well, Whisk has no idea what's about to hit him. He takes the first man, looks for a little bit more. This is huge, but 2-for-2 trade, and Shaney lands a great headshot on Link. His force spike could still work out because Astro's on 10. They've got to smoke out Jungle Connector, and that's exactly what they will do. Cover their bases, get on the site, get the bomb planted, but now they've got to cover off CT as well. Flashbangs go over. Astro will still pick this on 10, but he's got to get the bomb down now here for Danger Box. 2 versus 3, retake to the favour of the CT side. Oh, close bullets landing from the likes of Shaney. Flashbangs going out. They're still trying to suppress this CT side on the retake, and they are just waiting for Sheikah to get into position. CZ in his hands. One bullet on Astro will do it, but he takes down Mr. Hoi, and Astro finds Shaney for a smallest gap. Shiki picks up an AK, knows where one is, knows where the second is now. Got to find a single pixel on Astro, and he will find it there. No defuse kit, but he's got time. That's going to be a third. Stolen away by the hands of the CT Force.
That came way too close. Everyone was just playing individually on the CT side. No one was, you know, doubling up. They weren't playing together. Lots was able to find that kill in CT. I believe, I think it was either Astro or Link. Might have been, I think it might have been Lazar was just sitting and watching the jungle angle. That's a really good angle. Not many people expect it through the boxes there. And so now it is going to be another buy out, obviously, as they have the one round, but it's still not great. They've got a UMP and a Famas out, limited utility on a few players as well.
You could argue a force buy from both sides.
Yeah.
Limited money for both, that's for sure. So many players having to reinvest. Both economies have been broken all game long. Any one of them here could mean the end of days. Astro, first man into connector, and first man down to the hands of Shaney. Trials also getting super aggressive once again. They are expecting this, but as soon as the smoke clears, here's a couple of footsteps, but he doesn't quite land any bullets right here. Even so, the CT Force is holding things down. Lazar gets one before he's traded. Shiki picks up Megadongs, and Dancy is alone. A 1v4 out towards ramp. Shaney's going to spot him, tap his shoulder off, and take himself a 4th round for the CT side. Doing decently well to hold down this A defensive. Has been extremely strong for the CT side. And I'm surprised the Stifmeister aren't reading this just yet. I think if they just go towards B, and you know, if they try and force the issue away from B, they can get a good few rounds out of it before eventually someone from the CT side tries to go ahead and support.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a battle of attrition at this point. Everyone's low on economy. Everyone's trying to battle it out. It's just going to be a full eco from the Stiff CX side. They have got one flash, but on ecos, I prefer teams to go for more of a sort of bomb plant strat, see if you can get a bit of extra money into the economy. That's what you desperately need on these types of rounds. But they are just possibly just going to go for straight up mid rush. Doesn't look like anyone's actually playing it right now, and it's going to be a B split here. But there's already 3 players: Misakuri, Shaney, and Shiki. And they just make their way all the way onto the site, and Shiki was a bit confused, it seemed like, and Misakuri goes down as well. Shiki does get another one. That nade's going to be a slam dunk, surely. Actually, no. Mr. Dong's managed to make it away. Shaney has spotted that player out as well. There should be no more killed rolling for Stiff CEX.
Yeah, full eco managed to get 1 frag. Second one coming in from Link. Maybe a third. Not quite. Eventually it's Chris to come in with the MP9 and clean up the last frag there for the CT side. 5-4 to the favour of Enclave so far. Been a little bit awkward, I'm not going to lie. You know, Mr. Hui in particular, not really performing to that B-side defensive. Currently, he's 1 for 8 on the KD. Like, you know, he looks flustered. He doesn't look like he's playing quite to the position that he should be doing. You know, he holds down B site relatively unconfidently, and you saw it in that eco round. Stifmeister just rushed him down. He was the first point of contact. Didn't know where to look, with Shiki on his other side, you know, covering off the short side. He should really be focusing on apartments and maybe on towards the outer side of A site if necessary, but didn't know where to look, and as a result, he fell for it. Stifmeister now going for a bit more of a passive default, but looking for mid-control against this CT force. Managed to tag Charles to 65, Lazar will take 61, so all in all evens, but that grenade's going to do a bit more damage on Astro, and he really would like. Too low now for Stifmeister, which is a great start for Enclave.
Yeah, what I've noticed from Enclave is they don't actually contest mid-control like really. Oh, you had that one player in connector sort of watching underpass, see if he can get some damage on. But you know, normally you have your AWP and window, maybe see if you can find a pick early on. Shenny's done it maybe once, and he actually got a pick when he was doing it. So it's interesting to see that a lot of teams here at Epic have been playing this passive mid-control. Some teams it's worked out for them, some teams it hasn't. And Whisk's going to go for a very aggressive peek, takes down Link. That's some good information gathered by him. Oh, they made noise. They made so much noise trying to make that jump.
Only one man heard it. Trials knows that this player is mid. I think that's kind of a given now for the CT Force, but they're focusing on A site, and Shane is going to take down one for it. Orb on Dancy, easy pick for him, and the two CTs, sorry, the two T-side players will fall to the hands of Trials from the jungle position. Whisk with the last frag. It's just a nice, easy cleanup again. The A site defensive, solid as ever for Enclave. All 5 players staying alive in this map. In this round for the next one here. The economy finally starting to build for one of these two sides, and Stifmeister may have to let it build a little bit further. They haven't got a lot to work with. They're just going to go for the Quasi. CZ's out for a couple of players. Deagle on Dancy. PT50s for Astro and Luzza. Dancy and Link are the only two with armor. 2 smokes as well. Probably could go for a pistol half execution. Now it looks like that's what they're going to be doing towards the B side. Just rush it down, see if they can do any pistol damage whatsoever. And Mr. Hui will finally get some more frags on the board. Take himself 1, 2. Not quite the third, unfortunately. The awkward spray will cost them there. 3 versus 3 situation. And Stifmeister do have control of the site. They could still get the bomb plant at least. Maybe a little bit more against this retaking coming from the CTs early. And yeah, that's going to be the case. It's going to be Beggar Dogs taking down Whisk. Looking for a little bit more. Trials to spray on through. Can't quite connect it to a full-on frag. And there's low CTs here on the site. This could still work up to the CZs. And indeed, Link turns it to 1 versus 1. Next bullet, doesn't matter the gun, we'll be able to finish the job, and it's Shaney to catch off Link looking the other way, just about holding on to the 7th round. But that's, again, economy crippling. They have got money to reinvest in this particular case, but Stifmeister could put the CTs on very shaky ground in this next round.
Yeah, it seems like the B site is definitely the obvious weak point right now here on Mirage. Miss Huey did get 2 kills that round, but still, never should have been that close. That's so much unnecessary damage you've taken in basically a quasi half-buy. And now it is going to be, well, they don't manage to get the bomb down in the end, but it does mean they do get a good buy out. Luzzer on the AWP can be very proficient with it. Anyone on that team, I'd say, is a pretty decent AWPer. You know, previously, Dancy and Astra and Link would all just pick it up, especially at the last Epic. They'd all just try and pick up the AWP. And now, Luzzer trying to take a pick on Mr. Huey's been playing this position quite regularly, just trying to go for the jump spot for the information. Quite common for people to do that nowadays anyway, and it looks like the B site is going to be the site of choice. And again, the passive mid control may actually screw over the Enclave side here.
Gone for the mid control, trying to see if they can fake things out on information. It's Link, the first man in, taking down Mr. Hoy, and the second on Shiki. Easy frags in short, 3 versus 5 immediately, once again just picking apart the B defensive. It is a clear weak point, and Stifmeister are now starting to realise they go for the early mid control, fake out the CT side, try to see if they can put them into a little bit of comfort that it's not definitely B side, and then just shut them down. Shiki's down, Mr. Hui down, Trials, Shaney and Whisk may want to save this one. They are holding after, exit frag positions, and they are just going to back off and wait for Stifmeister to come to them, get some AKs, get some frags, do some sort of damage to Stifmeister, because their economy isn't looking that great of their own accord. Reinvestment is all great from this CT side. All in all, it's not another round. It's not going to be that all-important 8th. Dancy will pick off Trial, shut him down at least. Looking for anything more that he can. That's one more player dead for the CT side. Not much of an opportunity here. Whisk will take down Megadons. So 1 more kill, but not major damage being done by the CT side, and eventually it will be the 1-man falling. Shaney, the AWP stays in play. Could still reinvest around this. I think they will go for it. They're going to go for a double AWP setup, which is a very heavy investment indeed. That's still 7-5 scoreline. Favour still to the Enclave side, but Stifmeister are starting to get a good read on exactly how they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Huey needs to do better than this. 3 kills when you're holding the B side, and pretty much every round won by the Stiff CX side has been on B. I don't know what to do here, especially when Shiki and Shaney, if Miss Huey's not performing, and Shiki's your IGO, you don't expect him to normally frag as high as some of the other players. So it's interesting to see, and it's just going to be a trade either way. Astro gets taken down by Whisk as Luzzer takes down Wisp, but then Dancy coming out takes down Mr. Huey. He's switched up his position, but he goes short and doesn't get a single kill.
4 versus 3 situation, easy mid control. Shiki will catch off 1 here from the apartment's position, and Shaney always got good vision on 1 man from connector. Takes down Dancy to a 2v3. CTs in the driver's seat once again. They got Shiki here on short. Are they expecting him to be here? No, they're not. Link backs up into him and takes him down. Looks for his second man, or his third man, actually. But Luzza now, they know where he is. Bomb will go down on the site. The retake will be in effect for Enclave, but this should be very, very winnable for them unless Luzza goes absolutely nuts with his AWP. Back behind bench. Looking in. Trying to catch off any one of these players. Boost out from the CT side, and Luzza. I see the utility being tossed right here. One shot's all he needs on Shane. He now knows where both other players coming in from short. Got to peek this one, and Shiki will catch him off guard instead. It's going to be an 8th round on the board for Enclave. They win their CT half, but that still got very, very close from Stifmeister. That still could have been a very, very different story from the T side.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great round from Shiki. Managed to sort of take it back after miss. Huey goes down there in mid on short. He pushes up short after he realises that he's taking a kill. Apps, they may not push me because they think I'm watching that angle. And the double AWP is coming out, Shaney and Shiki. He was pretty good on the AWP last LAN as well, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do here on Mirage. And just to remind everyone, this is the last map. This is make or break in the upper bracket. If you lose here, you do go to the lower bracket, and it's a much harder fight to try and get through.
Yeah, that is true indeed. Some very reputable teams and reputable names down in that lower bracket, so you really don't want to get there if you are either of these sides. Stifmeister clawing their way back into this map, the last map of the series. 1 CZ, 1 pistol in play for the Stifmeister side. That's on Megadongs. Already, Shiki's going to put that AWP to good effect. Playing the passive angle this time, actually forcing the issue away from the T-side players. And meanwhile, Luzza will get a bit more active to take down tries to the first man. Shaney spotted as well, back behind Ticket Booth, the T-side. Going to commit to this A site, put utility down towards that CT side of things, but not out towards Connector. They're going to put a man there instead, and they'll pay for it with Whisk and Mr. Hui getting trades to a 2 versus 3 to the favour of the CT side. Bomb dropped as well. So extra time needs to be taken by Stifmeister to grab that one, get it planted. They got 60 seconds, so they got a bit. But 10 HP on Luzza does not look like a very good sign for this T side.
Yeah, the double AWP though, if they do manage to get the bomb down, not the best weapons for a retake as well. And as Dansky's able to check this corner on Mr. Huey, that'd be interesting. He does actually find the kill as well. Shiki peeks out, doesn't find it. Double AWP for the retake as well. The only 2 left have the AWPs. Luzza is low, and well, I mean, the AWP doesn't change that. He's going to have to try and pistol Luzza, but I'm not sure they know his HP. This round is all of a sudden winnable for CEX. Now, Shaney and Shiki got to try and make their way in. Oh, that flash is not going to blind Shane. He tries to go for the nose-scope. He has pulled out the pistol, which will help him in the situation. Luz at 10 HP. He's got to know he's close. Goes to right-click the flash and actually tries to fake him out. Gets the headshot as well. And now, Dansky at the bottom of the connector. There's a great flash. Actually, Dansky manages to turn away, and Shiki picks up the M4, then gets the second AWP out again as well. That will go 9-5, possibly a 10-5 half coming up here for Enclave.
Yeah, CT side have really found it back in this one. Stifmeister trying to vary things up, but suddenly Mr. Hui starting to step up and try and see if he can perform alongside his teammates. Still bottom fragger in the server at the moment. Only tying up with Astro, who hasn't been performing of his own accord. If they can get him together, then maybe that could get very interesting here for the Stifmeister side. But we will see. We will see what he can do with this one. Forced by, of course, for the last round of the half. They've got to go quickly into this A site, and they're going to make it quick indeed. Link will get Shiki, and Astro will get Shaney. Link gets the AWP out to Mr. Hui. Trials will frag, but he gets traded very, very easy from Stifmeister. They dismantle a solid A site hold from the counter-terrorists. It's all up to Whisk, the lone man, a 1v4 situation. He tries to pick up Link, can't quite get it on Luzza. Takes himself 2 more frags. Flashbangs away, but a single point of HP, surely. There is no way he should be able to win this one. There will peak, and there will be Megadongs to get the last. A 6th round on the board for Stifmeister. And a 9-6 scoreline overall to the favour of Enclave.
Yeah, a couple players lacking in the server right now. Mr. Huey and Astro come to mind if you look at the scoreline now. 4-13 for Mr. Huey and Dansky on currently, Astro currently 5-12. These players really need to step up. Mr. Huey lucky that his team is ahead. Hopefully he can get it back into form on this T side. Looks like, yeah, Shiki is going to be the one to get the utility out for his team. The rest of them on armor makes sense. They are the aimers for his team, and he can just take a little back seat, throw that utility wherever they want it to go. And it looks like possibly some sort of A split with these 2 players towards the B apps going underpass, and I'm not sure what smoke Shiki is throwing though.
Double flash smoke is in play for the terrorist side. Enclave Expecting a lot of CT aggression, actually. You can see how Mr. Hui is set up in particular. Trying to look for anyone coming out of Palace. And Trials also here towards Underpass, trying to see if he can see anyone here. But Stifmeister playing this one passive. Mid control to be gained by Astro. He's got the defuse kit and the smoke for his side. Quite utility heavy here for Stifmeister. They've only got 3 players with armor. A minute and 10 still left to go here for this T-side to make their move. Eventually they will start to creep up Underpass. Trials leading the way on that particular charge forward. And Whisk leading the T-side force back from ramp and T-spawn. Shiki just covering off the bases as well, getting some flashbangs out. Hitting the skybox instead, so that's fine. That's all good.
Trying to fake B, maybe? I'm not sure.
Maybe he was trying to fake B. I'm not sure he knew about that, but it will be the jig going up for the T-side. Trial spotted, Astro, symbol, crisp, clean, headshot to a 5-on-4. The T's will gain access to the A-side. Dancy spotted. He gets tapped down by Mr. Hui, who gets the bomb planted. 4 connector. 4 versus 4 retake now for Stifmeister.
Yeah, not great when you've got 2 players who do not have armor. That nade might be great onto Shaney. You're not going to do actually as much damage as I expected, but still, that's a little bit of damage done. Kit on Astro. 2 smokes available as well, which could help them going into the retake. Missy QE not able to get a single kill there. Whisk trying to tap away, but just not able to find the kill yet. Double smoke going down. Oh, Shaney finds that kill. He does get taken down. I'm not sure they realise he's on the bomb just yet. They haven't got him, and Astro gets the defuse. Link finds Whisk as well. Shiki basically just going to have to save.
Not much to save in this particular case, but the terrorists get the bomb plant, so they do have to leave a little bit of leeway to Stifmeister, but they should be able to 9 to 9. They should be able to get themselves a rifle in the next one, unless they force by now. They're just going to go for the basic pistols. 3 P250s, a CZ. Glock out the Shiki, who does get a flashbang at least, so some utility to work with for the T-side, but I imagine they will just go straight into A or B and just pile out of one small bottleneck, get the bomb planted. Get that fully defined by up against Stifmeister, who will still be clawing up for as much cash as they can. Mr. Hui leading the charge in. CT's holding passive presence, and actually the PT50s will do their damage. Whisk does take down Trials, unfortunately, which is a bit of a problem. Definitely don't want to see that. Grenade's perfect as well from Megadong. No, it doesn't actually. Whisk gets away scot-free on that. How he managed to survive, I don't know. The bomb has not been allowed to get planted as the CTs have also pushed up from CT stairs. 3 versus 3. Bomb suppressed. It will eventually make its way back around to the B site. But a minute still left to go here on the clock. This still could be anyone's game in this situation. And look at the position of the CT side. I'm not even sure if Enclave could be expecting this.
Yeah, Dansky, I'm not sure if he spotted Miss Yui now. Well, he certainly will now. Takes him down. And that may scare this bomb. Whisk is going to just try and stick it. Shaney goes down. I don't think the bomb's going to be able to get planted. That's really unfortunate. A great flank from Dansky. And that goes 9 to 8. And we will get a first gun round a round earlier than you normally expect.
Yeah, enough money to buy on the AKs. Limited on utility sets, but that is the difference between that first and second bomb plant, really. Unfortunately, I should say. Not to the favour of Enclave, so no opportunities there. Stifmeister, of course, have their buyback. It's still not looking quite as solid as we'd like it to be, but the money line should... Well, it's kind of being spared here. They're trying to get as much value out of that UMP, the FAMAS, and the Scout as they can. And Loza, if he's anywhere near his performance in the past, will be able to put this into effect. A single round difference now between Stifmeister and Enclave, and Enclave are being careful enough not to let it go further than that. They are making their way slowly into mid-presence. Bomb dropped outside of T apartments. And Mr. Hui slowly creeping up from the B apartments, trying to see if he can catch anybody off. It's Shiki taking the first phase, tagging Astro down at 27 HP. Not been the best of performances here on this game for Stifmeister.
Yeah, the mid control being taken obviously by this T side. Completely no contention at all from CEX at the moment. Doesn't look like they want to go for any sort of late contention anyways. They're probably just going to try and sit back for the execute, use their utility to even just go for a retake. But still wait to see what the Enclave side decide to, want to do here. It looks like it is going to be an A split with 3 players coming in from connector and 2 players coming in from ramp. They need to make sure to check the under dark angle as now they make their way onto the A side.
Astro with that scout, Loza, and the M4 has to rotate relatively quickly, and Astro can't seem to put his shots on shots. Link does take down Shane from Dark, peeks out towards the ramp and takes himself a second, but Trials and Whisk try and right back. They've still just got 3 players to deal with. There's a 3 versus 3 situation to the T side, and Shiki's got himself back behind Dance. He doesn't expect anyone here in the sniper nest. Will go down. Loza peeking in and around. Oh, gets a good wall banger on Whisk, a dink, but it's not quite enough to finish the job against the frag on the player on the site. Whisk will still get aggressive. May get sandwiched in by the CT side, but he does catch off Megadongs, taking him back down. 36 HP still left, and Loza in a 1 versus 3 back towards Sandwich, has eyes on the bomb, the fuse kit on his belt, and a little bit of a smile coming out. They know what's up as Trials finishes off the job and brings a 10th to the favour of Enclave.
Yeah, that's just the mind of Shiki at work. He knows how to call a proper strat, and that was just fantastic. The mid-control being taken, they denied any information from Stifmeister. They didn't know they were going BA, whatever. And then Shiki obviously jumped into window and holding off the rotation from jungle. Fantastic from him. And now Stifmeister have actually gone for the force here, and that could be dangerous. If they lose that, could give the Enclave side a couple more rounds on the board for free.
It's entirely possible right here. Well, let this one go so far. Stifmeister, single round loss bonus. They just got the reserve cash that they had. The building money bonus at the moment. Link's going to get up close and personal here with the M4. Backed up by Dancing, sure, spotted out. Dancing trying to connect 1, 2. And also, actually, Astro comes in from the mid area. Actually, they kept themselves 3 frags between them. 4 versus 2 situation. And suddenly, Enclave have just fallen to pieces. Mr. Hui and Whisk left up towards top mid. A lot to recover out of this one. Loza and Megadong's not going to go and head and try to see if they can get those AKs, but they could do well to re-aggress the mid-control, try and gain the mid-control back again. And Link baiting out the shots from the terrorist side actually gives Stifmeister a very nice 2-man advantage.
Yeah, that was really just odd what happened, because they had actually made their way out mid before Link had spotted them as he was just staring into the wall, making sure that a flash didn't blind him. Does get taken down in the end, but that was just good from Astro and Dansky as Mr. Q put into the 1 versus 3 against some of his former teammates. Dropped to 17 HP, and he's going to come through that smoke. That's an easy kill for Astro, and that's actually a reset onto the Enclave side.
Perfect from Stifmeister as well. Very nicely done from them. Obviously, the force buy effective in only so many different regions. You know, you can't always rely on all your players being able to show up. So having that 1-man back, holding a corner, and again, Link baiting out those shots as he did in that last round was just a perfect play there from Stifmeister to bring that one back into contention and, of course, take the steal away and the reset now for the terrorist side. They are going for a quasi-buy, however. They've got quite a stack of utility here, the terrorists, and they're going to go for a 5-smoke execution, it looks. Well, not 5 smoke, 4 smoke. It looks like Shiki may put one out towards the midline. Try to see if they can fake something out for mid-control for the terrorists, but it looks like it's just going to be the basic smokes on the site. 1 counter smoke going down, but 2 goes onto the stairs and jungle. No much more than that. The CT's just baiting out their own use of utility, and the terrorists need to be careful. Enclave, they need to be careful not to waste this utility. They've got 3 smokes. They can once again go for the full execution, but it's only going to be suppressing the angles of CT, jungle, connector, and stairs.
Yeah, that was an interesting. They just basically fade out the smoke, see if they could get rid of some of those Molotovs, and make it easier for them to get into the site. A smart call probably by Shiki, and it looks like the smokes are going to be thrown now, and it will be a recommitment towards that A site as Shiki is just walking himself out B, possibly try and sell some sort of fate, but I don't understand what he's really trying to do in this situation as Link does get the first kill. Astro just comes through, takes another one as Link with the spray as well. The spray control, absolutely fantastic. And there we go, Shiki the last one live and does not realise that King Frederick will be there.
There is Stifmeister running up 10-10. Enclave losing their lead. Couldn't get the bomb plan out of that one. It was really what they wanted to do with those pistols, but it's unfortunate as it stands. They have to fully eco this one, or they could actually force buy it if they wanted to. Maybe half buy, actually, maybe a bit more advisable. They will go for that on Mr. Hui, but the other players will just get some upgrades to the pistols. Only 1 flashbang for Shiki. Looks like they're going to rush this one down, just rush Palace, go out towards A. 1 flashbang to try and blow off the CTs as they make their way inside. But that is about it. Just get the bomb plant. That is the only priority. Link going to take that first frag and the second, but not much more than that. The bomb will go down. They recover 1 rifle at least. But can they fend off the retaking coming from a very, very powerful Stifmeister?
Yeah, there's surely no way. There's so much utility available, but Dansky gets caught looking the wrong way. The triple box heavily spammable though. That nade must do a lot of damage here to Shaney, and he's just going to get spammed through as well. It looks like Shiki's actually making... Oh, this is fantastic from Trials though. He could just single-handedly win the round for them. Does get taken down in the end. Shiki and Palace may just go through the smoke. If he can find King Frederick here, that will be big. And he's just going to find it. The eco will go the way of Enclave Gaming. There's no way Asher can get the defuse, and what a round.
Oh my word, Shiki, the name of the game is patience, and he proved it right there. Waiting, watching, a little bit of effect from Trials as well to hold back from the other side, cause as much chaos among Stifmeister, pull him away from the bomb plant position, and as a result, Shiki just locked out that last frag by being patient and waiting for the defuse to get stuck and waiting for that kill when the timer was low, and that one frag would have been so very important for Stifmeister. A very perfect round from the terrorists. I wouldn't say perfect, but definitely a good round from the eco perspective for the Enclave side as they buy their way back into this game. The AWP on the 4 AK is coming out for this one. The AWP will be out for Stifmeister as well, but they're down 1 M4 on Luzza. Has to take the UMP to get the defuse kit and the armor and the utility. And they're going to stack A right here, actually. Maybe Enclave could be walking into a trap.
Yeah, you're exactly right. There's a lot of confidence probably in the Enclave side that could be shut down immediately by the Sif CX if they are able to just shut this execute down, which is, well, it seems like that's exactly what it's going to be. But the players seeing each other through the smoke as it shows up on the mini-map. Link gets the first kill though, and the execute does come in. Wistar's managed to find a great entry, and oh no, they do know where Lodger is. He's in the Molotov, but the problem is the flash. The flash was fully blinding Mr. Huey, so he couldn't get the kill there.
2 versus 3, and the CTs have locked this one down. The trap has worked. Stifmeister with the stack, but they will lose one more man. Make the round expensive. Shiki got to run into this last man on the AWP, and he will shut him down. It's all down to the bomb plant of Shaney. The AWP in his hands, 1v2, 45 seconds to try and recover this round for his side. A very important reset round for Stifmeister Gaming as well. They can't allow this one to slip through their grasp. They've got the advantage. They're holding down angles. They've got one from short, one from A. Does leave a couple angles vulnerable. Ooh, Shaney can't quite get the shot with the AWP. The Glock is out, and the no-scope can't hit from Megadon's either, trying to back his way away. So much damage, but not enough. Shaney has got to run for it. They're loving that one in the chat. But the bomb will get planted. A 1v2 retake, and very low HP for Shaney as he looks in and looks around, tries to catch off any one of these CTs that could aggress him. It all comes down basically to a single bullet right here from either side. Shaney takes the first. Here's the footstep of the second. USP going to go jumping around the corner. Luzza can't quite hit his shots. The AK out, tapping, bursting, spraying his way on through, and Shaney's got the AWP, spots him, no scope at point blank, and you're going to hit that every single day of the week. It's the T side of Enclave just about holding on to their 12.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting that should have been around for Stif CX. I do not know how Shenny's actually gotten away with that. But, I mean, fantastic from him. He keeps the momentum going, and there we go. It will be, obviously, a bye for this team. Again, the economy in a bit of an awkward place, so if Stifmeister can get some damage done on this eco, that'd be great from them. Going to have a couple upgraded pistols and armor on Dansky, and it looks like it may just be some sort of mid-rush here.
Yeah, eco out here. Actually, they could be running straight into the T side. This could go very, very well here for the CT side. They're going to get a 1-for-1. Actually looking for a little bit more, and the USPs are doing their damage just for the most part, just to try and take these guys down. Yeah, they're going to whittle it to a 2 versus 3. How they get these frags on pistols, I will never know, but they've got 3 AKs to work with the Stifmeister. No armor, sure, but this is still plausible. They could save the AKs as well. They could just go into the next round by relieving 3 guns of investment and get themselves out an M4 and an AWP. Could also go for the retake, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to be doing right here. Very quickly into the B bomb site. Mr. Hui, you're going to see this getting popped. Try and hold things down. He's going to spy out all 3. Connects his way onto all 3 as well. Well, Shaney steals the last with a grenade, but still a very, very good eco around there from Stifmeister to do that much damage. They can welcome for this for the next couple of rounds. They could whittle the Enclave side down to almost nothing for the end of the half.
Yeah, and that was just fantastic from them, just pushing mid. It was also nearly a round 1, but unfortunately Mr. Huey and Shaney just shutting it down. Shaney's actually having a fantastic game, so is Whist, 22 and 21 kills respectively there. The utility is quite low for the Stifmeister side hit. No armor on Luzza, who does have the AWP out, and it looks like it is going to be some sort of heavy mid control, as there was 1 player window and 2 players just shifting their way up short.
Slowly but surely they make their way back into this execution default, it seems. Luzza and Link on the A site defensive. Laza trying to cover off mid as well, alongside the two players that are already there from short. But T-side are just going to buy their time. Shaney looking in with the orb, giving away little amounts of information with the scopes, with the footsteps. It looks like Enclave are basically committed at this point. They're trying just to force the issue away with an opening frag. The A site completely open for business when it comes down to the players directly here. 55 seconds will remain, just prompting out, trying to see if they can force a mistake away from Stifmeister, but it won't come through. Eventually, the smokes will start to pour in. It will be full-blown execution now for the T side. Shiki lurking out towards B, potentially could be able to make this work, but the rotations are being called, and there are now 4, almost 5 players here to defend A. Link's got an open plant though. Trial's going to get tagged up, and Link will take it down. Spray connects onto 2, but can't quite get the frag with Mr. Hui. He'll still go for the bomb plant, and Dance takes advantage. Gets himself a double kill. And a 2 versus 4 now to the favour of Stifmeister. It's Luz that tries to peek his way in. Flash also spots the gun barrel. Shaney picks him up and uses his AWP to good effect. The CTs have control. Shiki spotted, sprayed and taken down. The bomb's been picked up, and now Shaney's got to get his plant together. Takes down Dancy, but he's running out of time and he's running out of chances. 6 seconds forced away, and it's Megadongs to take the last to bring Stifmeister in 11th, as both sides trade blow for blow right now, with the T-side economy getting reset once again.
What is Sheik? Sheik is just so far behind. If you're going to be a lurky, you need to be proactive with what you're doing. Trying to set a fake or trying to go out as the execute's coming in, just waiting. He's just waiting though. As soon as all of his teammates go down, that's when he goes towards B. And he's running with his knife out in CT. Shenny is just trying to basically keep it together there. Maybe it's just a bit of a misplay from Sheik, maybe a bit of a misread that he thought maybe someone would be on B he could find a kill on. I'm just a bit confused about why he's playing so passive towards the B site.
Yeah, I imagine he was trying to set up a backstab, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I feel like maybe it didn't quite work out the way that he would have wanted it to. Obviously, because he was way too late to the party. Yeah. And everyone was dead by the time he got there. So, yeah, a bit unfortunate for the way he tried to play that one out. But this time he's going to play much more standard in this one. Bomb planter for the round. 3 smokes in total. Shiki, Mr. Hui, and Trials ready to set up for another A execution, but I'd love to see them switch things up and go to B. They've had a decent amount of success on B in the last few rounds. They've just gone A site, A site, A site. Mixed results, sometimes victories, sometimes losses. There's 60 seconds left, and the bomb is going to rotate right back away to the B site potentially. It might go up to apartments. They've got short control as well. Astro can line both these players up, and indeed will be able to do so relatively easy with no armor as the push comes in towards A. Mr. Hui and Trials do not have bomb control, so they got to try and rotate this one and try and shut this one down. The 4-per-man stack now coming out from the CTs as they are ready to receive every T-side player, and it's just Shiki as the last man left, just running his way out of apartments. No way he can win this one, and Stifmeister will take 12.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I like the idea there from the T side. They were just trying to sort of fake out the A side, then maybe go for a recommitment, let those guys get up short, see if they can get the bomb down on B. Unfortunately, it was just read too well, and obviously Astro sitting in the ladder room pretty much shut down that strat completely there. They could go for a buy here, but the problem is they wouldn't have a lot of utility, and this is the correct move here. Just let it go 13-13, get yourself some upgraded pistols, give yourself a little bit of a chance in this round, and go for some utility. Go for an execute, see if you can find some sort of pick somewhere.
A lot of CT aggression coming in from Stifmeister again. They like to do this. Enclave also tried this in their half, but they may not be able. Well, they may be able to make it work in this place because Stifmeister actually may give the advantage to Enclave because of the CZs at this kind of a range. Dancy will take down Shiki first in towards mid. And the push is now forced out from Enclave as Ling gets himself a second. They know that he's here. He'll line up a second and a third. Bomb drop. Nothing left for Whisk. We'll run back, but they know where he is. They're hearing all these footsteps and 12 HP. There's no way you can win a 1 versus 5 unless he connected 5 headshots together in succession on a spray. It's just not happening.
Yeah, there's no way, unfortunately. The CZ's good, but it's not that good.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd like to see maybe something switch up. Maybe go to B on an eco. Like you said, they had some moderate success towards the B site, but now just hitting A constantly is getting a little bit repetitive. And Link and, I think it was Loza there towards the A ramp, had the perfect setup, and Link has actually dropped 30 kills. I didn't even realise he's out that much, and he's just having a fantastic game. He's clearly, sometimes it is hard to shut down a player like that, but remember, this is the final map of this quarterfinal in the upper bracket. You will be knocked to the lower bracket if you do not win this game.
Yeah, listen, the T-side are listening to us. They're going to heed the calls. Head towards mid, try playing mid-style default, but I say that, the bomb was staying back towards T-spawn. It's now going back towards the
window smoke from T-spawn missed as well.
Did you think so? Did it miss? Yeah, it looks like it did. What was
that
that
might be
connector
that
smoke?
might
Never
be-
mind.
No, it
Well,
was a window smoke, definitely a
oh,
window.
yeah, that was a major mistake. You are 100% right about that, my friend. They will try and force it away from Luzza, but he's still holding back here in this corner. Trials trying to gain control. It's Ash trying to take down Trials here from Underpass. Not expecting it. Dante picked up Shiki as well, and now the CTs. Just Rain, Thunder, spray down, looking on the point with Mr. Hui and Whisk. The last two left alive. Going to try hit A once again, but the backstabbing effect from Dancing. They're going to cut off rotations. They've got to force the issue now. They're going to win out so many Angels. And they've got to make this A-site hit what? They've got 60 seconds to do so, but the CTs ain't going to wait that long. They will either force it away from you, and there's not much left here for the T side. 2v4. So they've got Megadongs here back towards ticket booth, spotting out Whisk and shutting him down. It's now all Mr. Hui. 1v4, and he's never going to win this one. Stifmeister take the lead back at 14-13 and put themselves in good contention to win this series on Mirage.
I mean, that all came down to missing that window smoke from T-Spawn. If you're going to throw that smoke, you need to get that right 100% of the time, especially if you're taking mid-control. Maybe even just throwing a top mid smoke just to be sure, but that is really unfortunate. Sometimes it happens, sometimes you just don't get the right lineup. And it is just going to be a half-buy. They are playing for overtime here. A dangerous game for sure. And looks like they are going back to Old Faithful, as they may be calling it, the A site right now.
The winner of this advances to face Fish 1-2-3 in the semi-finals. A challenging prospect, but both sides want to get there. 30 seconds will, well, 1 minute 30 seconds will remain on the clock. The T side are definitely looking for something here. They aren't going to go rushing out, just trying to get a bomb plant. They are still trying to force the issue away. Shaney will be the first casualty out towards mid. Two smokes go down, connect to jungle and connect to stairs. The CTs, meanwhile, have re-aggressed and have now found themselves quite an amount of map control. Oh, Luzza, blind shots, are going to spot two, and he takes down one for it. And meanwhile, Link here towards Ninja Spot. He will take himself 2 frags, make it 3 overall. At a 30 bomb a few rounds ago, now he's sitting at, what, 33. So yeah, just having the game of his life right now. Link on the A site, cleaning house against Enclave, and Enclave have one more buyback to buy back their way in this match. No economy left here for, well, no economy game here left for Stifmeister. They're just going to buy this one every single time. They got loads of cash in the bank, and the T side need to force it up for the next 2 rounds to go to overtime, else it will be Stifmeister progressing to the semis.
Yeah, exactly. And now it looks like mid-control is going to come out. Not sure what the end game is. Looks like possibly a B split. There is a 1 player in apps. There's no top connector smoke, or at least Dansky has made his way through it, trying to play around the connector smoke that is already there. Looks like just a standard mid-control right now. Smoke over the window. Make sure you just gain everything you can. Imagine Trials is trying to smoke that now. Oh, imagine that had missed. There'd been fury, I imagine, from Shiki if another window smoke had been missed. And now Mr. Huey possibly just trying to fake out some sort of noise, keep these players on B.
1 minute and 10. Good spot from Megadongs, but Shaney takes him down. Wallbanger AWP shot to a 5-on-4 situation. Astro will pick up Shaney, however, and the CTs are holding down 2 frags for Astro. Back to the man advantage of Stifmeister, 3 frags away from claiming their semi-final spot right here. 50 seconds left. Astro, meanwhile, moving into the B site, backed up by Luzza's AWP. Looking out for Mr. Hui, so going to take point on this push as the fake comes in from Shiki, meanwhile, ready and waiting for this push now. 35 seconds. It looks like Lars is going to take down Mr. Hui. Shuts him down. Knows where the bomb is as well. Has this information. Has his presence locked out from the CT side. Meanwhile, Shiki is going to fall. And Trials is the last man to clutch this out. It's just not going to happen. 16-13 will be the scoreline with Stifmeister taking a 2-1 series. They're going to the semi-finals.